receivers. They bring a great skill set and swagger, hoping to use this showcase to show they are the top receiver in the country. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, as we'll see the national champions from last year, the LSU Tigers, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Seminoles will kick this away to get us going. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. So the LSU Tigers offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And all eyes, Kirk, in this matchup of elite wide receivers. They got great skill. They got big personalities. You know they want to outdo each other in the showdown today.
Well, it's a showcase opportunity for both of these two wide receivers. A lot of eyes on them, not only in college football, but I don't know the last time, Chris, we were on the field pregame and saw so many NFL personnel evaluating these two to see who ends up stepping up and playing better.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. The back's got it. He's got the first down and still motoring. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever, going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield, Leonard Fournette, and of course Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now LSU stable of backs again on this roster too.
Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Well, they run the ISO play, but the interior O-line just overwhelmed that time.
Yeah, give the defensive line all the credit in the world because they just manhandled this offensive line. They won the line of scrimmage. It's a very simple play. You should be able to, at the very least, get some positive yards here, but not when you lose the battle up front.
They look to throw it here on second down. On the move now. He's going to take off here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. Solid gain in the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. Here's the second down play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Now the offense facing a third and long from their own 41. Out of the gun now on third down. He's looking to scramble. Both these teams told us they're eager to prove a point. Here they are mid-season. They both earned their spot in the rankings, but we expect a tight competitive battle today.
Well, that's the beauty of these top 25 matchups in the middle of the year. A little bit of a better handle on who these teams are. Love the fact that we get these two teams on the field. May the better team win, and hopefully it's a close one all the way to the end.
Fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop. So Florida State's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. They'll be met by a defensive front that has a couple of impact players on it. They get after the quarterback. They slow the run down. Really a nightmare to block.
Well, these guys are what it's all about. You want to build a great defense? Follow this blueprint right here. Big, strong, athletic defensive linemen. They're game wreckers, and they're lucky to have a couple of them up front. Going to be tough on this offense to try to hold up at the line of scrimmage.
There's the handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's a quick grab. And the Salt were able to bring him down quickly. Both teams settling in, looking to set the tone here, Kirk, in a game where there's a lot at stake for both teams coming in.
Yeah, both these teams realize this is a key game in the grand scheme of things. Late in a year like this, a winner may be able to look back at this as a game being the reason they finish strong and make a big push to those bowl games around New Year's.
That's a solid gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory. First down now at the 40.
Man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You think you've got them right where you want them on third and long, and you give up a run play for a first down. The offense makes you pay for assuming the pass and bailing out too quick in coverage.
The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Now here comes the bunch formation. Looks right for a quick completion. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, that wide receiver screen came close to hitting a seam, but the defense is just flowing to the football too quickly, and they kept him to a short gain.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is it gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
So on fourth down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. This will be an attempt from 52 yards. Let's see if he's got the distance. He knocks it through with confidence. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a fourth down try. Can they get something going here? He'll hand it off. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the cornerback. Not easy with that size difference.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Important third down play coming up after that completion. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Shotgun formation here on third down. Catch made on the out route. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the quarterback's got to be much more cognizant of the line to gain. If you're going to leave it short, at least do it on their side of the field.
The offense stays on the field. We're going to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Carry, he's heading left. Breaks loose at the 45. They make the tackle, but that's a great pickup on the ground.
Love these short yardage opportunities because you know as a running back, if you're able to bust through into that offensive line with all those defenders up close to the line of scrimmage, not only do you get a first down, but there's nobody left there. You got a lot of room to take off, and with his speed, the defense is lucky he didn't take that all the way to the house.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. Looking to scramble now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
Getting set. Here's second down. From the shotgun, drops back. Receiver makes the grab. Good enough for first down yardage. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. And the wideout goes in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
LSU is now operating in the red zone. And here's the handoff. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Tight end makes the grab. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
The offense will stay on the field for this 4th down attempt. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. But it's incomplete. A 4th down stop. Turnover on downs. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field.
Oh, my gosh. A drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Tailback takes the handoff again. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And that sets up a return. And he's brought down immediately on that one. Kind of gutsy to try a return, but the coach may have preferred a fair catch. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. To begin the drive here, set up at the 30. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Brought down, but broke a tackle. Produced a solid gain there.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back that is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Using his legs here. Breaking free at midfield. And he will head out of bounds after a huge pickup on the ground.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
The complexion of this drive suddenly changing. One massive play, and they're closing in on the red zone now with a first down. First down, looking to throw the football. Makes a quick catch. LSU now operating in the red zone. Second down, we're going to throw it. Bringing pressure. Swarm for the pass rush. A sack. As we break for the quarter, Kirk, Florida State is on top. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's fourth down. Quarterback drops back. He's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Now the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. And there's the handoff. Breaks free. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
Quarterback will throw it off the one pass option. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Second down play coming up.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
It's a draw play. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, a lot of times as a play caller, you go to the draw play because you feel the defensive front is just consumed with trying to get pressure on the quarterback. They go with the draw, but the defense is completely locked in. Does a nice job of showing discipline to completely negate the play.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Let's see what their mindset is this time. They got into field goal range, but got stopped on fourth down last time. going to run it here. Across the 40. That gain enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 48. First down play here. And he'll set up to throw. Looking to scramble. He'll try a pass here. Short connection to the tight end here. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback re-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to pass here on second down. Snags the quick throw. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
Now they call a run. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. Now it's second down here.
Well, not much of a gain there, but this is what they do. They love to go fast. The defense has got to be aware.
They look to throw it here on second down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
So the offense faces third and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Out of the gun now on third down. Short throw complete to the tight end. The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Pass rush gets home.
That's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on 1st and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on 2nd and goal.
This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. Looking for a man. Moves left out of the pocket. End zone ahead. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Tigers. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And they get set now to try the PAT. The extra point makes it a 4-point game.
That makes the score LSU 7.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Moves the ball up to the 30.
running back.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's an option look. That's a big gain. Great decision to keep the ball and pick up the first down.
We think about option plays, especially quarterback when he keeps the ball. A lot of times it's a big explosive play, but sometimes it's just about getting what you can and keep the drive moving.
First down here for this offense. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Now they'll run a draw play. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up.
Great job by this defensive tackling in space. They are going to keep him short of the first down marker, and a big decision for this head coach on whether or not to go for it or punt it away.
That one lands and bounces out of bounds. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Now they run the draw play. That gain moves the ball out near the 25.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run, you can go to play action, and really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Here's the handoff. He shreds the tackle. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
And now the handoff. Fighting off the defender. They've got him down out near the 40.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. On the run here. Lets it go. The receiver grabs it. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. On first and 10, looking to throw. Catch made on the left side.
I mean, we're not even to halftime yet, and I don't think this guy wants to take a break once we get to the half. That's his 5th catch and counting.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Hand it off for a draw. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. First down.
I like how the offensive coordinator here is getting pretty creative. Defense is obviously expecting a pass. So he decides to catch him off guard and goes with the draw play. Going to have to be more aware of that going forward.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from the 34. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Gets rid of it on the move. And this one is caught. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
This offense has become a 1st down machine. And that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. By the 4th quarter, really starts to wear you out.
A completion good for a 1st down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. And the quarterback dropping back. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Chris, a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. Quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to throw yet again. Oh, they can't bring him down. Able to pick up just a couple of yards. That's good run defense.
That's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield, everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. It's an out route, the catch made, and he gets in for the score. Touchdown, LSU.
I'll tell you what, in this 1st half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
Lining up to try the extra point. No problem with the PHC. The lead 14-3.
That makes the score LSU 14, Florida State 3.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Kickoff out of bounds. The ball will be spotted up at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He cannot escape. It's a sack. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
1st down sack, pushes the ball back. 2nd down coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. The receiver makes the catch. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
That's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Makes a quick grab. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
The Noles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Chris, I don't know, man. I think he gets across the middle. He starts thinking about those linebackers and safeties. Got a little bit nervous, lost his concentration, and drops the ball.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. QB to the tight end for a completion. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Some really tight windows to throw into for this quarterback with the defense sitting back in zone. But he finds the curl route, and he shows you his arm strength by getting it in there.
The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. Now it's third and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
I don't mind this aggressive approach here by the offensive coordinator, taking a shot downfield on third down. Now you can either kick the field goal or still have a chance to go for it.
And the Seminoles will come to the line on fourth down looking to convert. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. He's got it and go for a first down. He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air. Just time enough for one more play in the half. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. So a short attempt, but from the right hash, it's a bit of a tricky angle. And that one's straight down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for three, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And he takes this from inside the 5. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
All right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it. Now they get set to kick it away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's a good coverage there. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Hoping to click here at the beginning of the third quarter, try to make up this deficit. now playing a couple yards off the ball. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line. And the Noles come to the line in a hurry up.
Look at this, Chris. After that big gain and a first down, they're already at the line of scrimmage, ready to get this up-tempo offense cranking.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They got him down out near the 40. Second down after that run on the previous play.
Pretty good gain here by this offense, and here they are. They're getting already set to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. Defense better get their cleats in the ground.
They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46. The Seminoles come to the line to set a fresh set of downs.
All right, Chris, here comes that tempo. Sometimes just getting that first down will kick them into that gear.
Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. First and 10 now for the offense. The secondary backed up off the ball now. On first down, it's play action. Caught by the receiver. It's going to be a loss on the play. Forced out of bounds. Great play by the defense.
Loss of 4 on the play. Brings up second down.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. The short completion to the tight end. And they do pick up first down yardage. Set up now to the 44.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Looking to throw it again. Caught quickly. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. The Noles looking to crank up the tempo a bit. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. They come up third and short. This is the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun now on third down. Nice catch made along the sideline. He does just get the foot down.
And the defense did everything that's expected of them. Yeah, they caught the ball, but it didn't go anywhere. That's the exact best possible scenario that this defense could hope for other than a turnover.
What a kick. It's good from 55.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Returner choosing to field this one. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Across the 30. And that'll pick up a first down out of the 37.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking right, this one caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line. Because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw. Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Here's the target, and it's complete. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, these big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit, and here they go at the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
Handoff from the shotgun. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Important second down play coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense and man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And it's caught across the middle. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play. If they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
So on 4th down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. This will be a 43-yard attempt. Knocks that one right down the middle.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. The DB's backing off from the line now. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
They'll give it to the back. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. It's an RPO caught on the left side. Brought down to the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Incompletion sets up a second down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Catch made on the right side. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Looks left and finds his target there. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short. And the Seminoles will send their punt team onto the field. You can see he's a dangerous return man. They finally grab him, but he sets the offense up in pretty good field position. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They love to stretch the lead here with a touchdown that has settled for 3 last time. Keeping it on the ground here. He's found some room at the 45. Here he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, LSU. He would not be denied. They couldn't get him to the ground.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play. And here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
See if they can convert the point after. Point after makes it a 15-point game.
That makes the score LSU 24, Florida State 9.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
This one away.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. He breaks free.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch downfield. They make the stop, but it's a big play to the 31. And the Nola tussle to the line to run the hurry up.
Good job here by the quarterback putting that ball in the air where the receiver can make a play on it. And I tell you, Florida State has had some great receivers over the years, and this kid is really living up to that.
Handing off on the draw play. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
second down after that run on the previous play. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line. A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. Runner takes off to his right. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Florida State.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
And now here comes the point after attempt. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Get some blocks. Can he make it? They can't catch him. Touchdown. We knew this returner was a dangerous guy. That was an electrifying play all the way to the house.
Chris, it was great blocking, but the guy just looked so natural back there as far as once he got his hands on the ball, it was like he was setting up his blocks, knowing exactly where he wanted to go, and then once he hit it right around midfield, nobody was catching.
Extra point try coming now. And the extra point makes the lead 15 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner trying to create good field position. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. It's a nice game. We'll move the football up to the 27.
A good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
They'll run it here. Breaks free. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
There he is. Finally, he's able to get on track and pick up some big yards here in the fourth quarter. It has been a relatively quiet game for him. The defense has done a nice job of bottling him up, but not there. He finally shows what he's capable of doing when he gets out in space and can show you that speed.
Gets loose. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Well, this is why the offensive coordinator trusts his quarterback on these RPOs. He made the right read, was able to pick up some good yards. Now they have a second down and manageable. Wouldn't be surprised if they run that RPO again.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
They come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive going. Can the defense get a stop here? Quick pass, the catch is made. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Chris, in my opinion, what we just witnessed is one of the toughest things to do in football as a defender, and that's making an open field tackle. A lot of times, those one-on-one matchups against shifty receivers, the receiver wins. This time, let's tip our cap to that defender. Great play.
Grabbed by the receiver. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
That completion makes it second and short. Back to throw again. He's running out of time here. Deep shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. He got away with one there. A dangerous throw.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
They come up third and short. This is the 8th play of the drive. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. Okay, so they elect not to go for it here on fourth down late in the game, trotting out the field goal unit instead. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And the return is brought down by that coverage team. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. He'll hand it off. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So second and 6.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
The game makes it second and medium. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Using his legs on the scramble. And the senior calls his own number and keeps this drive moving. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
2nd and 10 off the incompletion. Ball to 36 still. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking deep down the left side. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
I think anybody can understand trying to get this guy the ball. You want to trust your playmakers, but you can't expect him to beat double coverage like that every single time. It's too risky, and you're asking just too much from one guy.
3rd down try fails, and they'll punt it. And he lets it land, and it'll just bounce out of bounds. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. This is not the time to settle for field goals. They've got to find the end zone here. Defense not pressing this time. Defense looking to bring heavy pressure here. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
Caught over the middle. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Running back has it on a screen now. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Here's the 2nd down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch.
Man, I love these big receivers. This time he's able to use his big frame to almost box out the defender on that slant route. If you've got good timing, and this is hard to stop.
One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. They'll try to run for the first down. They stop him behind the line. That'll set up 4th down now. Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Quick throw to the left. Oh, what a grab! They bring him down with the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. It's a quick grab. They finally tackle him, but all the way down to the 20-yard line. The Noles will come to the line to run the hurry-up. No press here. The defense backing away. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. On the run, going to heave it downfield. Touchdown, Noles. What a grab in the end zone in a clutch moment.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5-wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
Here comes the point after attempt.
Kicker on for the extra point.
PHC is good. They still trail, though.
LSU.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They had to put the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. Grinding away with their running game. In the clear at the 25. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here comes a handoff.
Well, this defense understands the magnitude of this drive right here. That's back-to-back plays. They've stepped up and done a great job. Now it's 3rd down. Can they apply some more pressure to try to get this offense off the field?
Here we go now. A crucial play for both sides. They'll set up at 3rd and 4. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Wants to throw it. Quick completion to the tight end. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the 1st down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
They've got him down, but the offense gets the 1st down they needed to just run the clock out. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. Ball handed off. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. They'll hand it off. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The offense sets up in scoring position with a new set of downs. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
So They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point up and good, so the lead is 12 here in the fourth quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. With time running out, serious urgency here. Can they score and score quickly? And looking to throw now on first down. Dump off caught by the running back. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Goes to his right side there for the completion.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Well, Chris, they just had to go for us here. With the time that they have left, down by a couple possessions, really didn't have much of a choice. A really good effort to go for it, to try to keep this game alive, just not enough.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure, just lets it go. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. He's going to bring up second down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
Empty set as they try for the two-point conversion. Back in motion now. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he makes the grab, a successful two-point try. And they bump the lead up even more. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Kick travels out of bounds, and the penalty moves the ball to the 40. Quarterback operating an empty set. And the defense takes a timeout with 27 seconds left.
Timeout, LSU.
No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Going to try to use his legs here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Second down, we're going to throw it. And he'll just throw it away to avoid the sack. Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. And the Seminoles will bring their punt team on the field now. And the coverage team brings him down as the clock expires. That will wrap up this game. This is an impressive performance. They played a good football team here today, Kirk, but they just dragged them behind the woodshed and dominated from the start. This is going to catch people's attention.
Yeah, I think most people are going to be in awe when they look at the results of this game. Unbelievable job by this team dealing with the expectations, the pressure, and as you said, playing a good team. This was a big-time win and an opportunity to really continue to move up.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.